students. Today we are going to learn another concept in ratio and proportion, that is continued proportion. So what do you mean by continued proportion? Now suppose if you take the ratio 4:12 and 12:36. When you compare this ratio, 4/12 is equal to 12/36. That is 4 ones are 4 threes are 12, 12 ones are 12 threes are. So you have got 1/3 is equal to 1/3. So here when you just look at this ratio, the second term of the first ratio is equal to the first term of the second ratio. So in such type of ratios where you have got the second term and the first term equal is called as a continued proportion. So suppose in general you write if A, B, C, you have got A, B, C as the three ratios. If A upon B is equal to B upon C, then the ratio is said to be in continued proportion. So you have got the terms to be equal. The other way of writing it here is, when you cross multiply you get B square is equal to A into C. Cross multiply you get B square is equal to A into C. So whenever the terms are in continued proportion, you get the square of the middle term will be equal to the product of the other two terms. You get B square is equal to AC, where you tell the terms are in continued proportion. So the two ways that you can write is, either you can write A upon B is equal to B upon C, or B square is equal to AC. Then these terms are said to be in continued proportion. Now in continued proportion, if A, B, C are in continued proportion, then the term B, the center term B is called as a geometric mean, or it is also called as mean proportional. The term B, the B is called as a geometric mean, or it is also called as a mean proportional. Now we'll see how to work out. So here there are a few problems where the terms will be given and they'll ask you to find out any one of the terms if they are in a continued proportion. You have to either find out the geometric mean, or you need to find out what is the mean proportional. Both the words means the same. You have to don't get confused, because for finding out the value of B, the B is also called as geometric mean and it is also called as a mean proportional. So we'll go to the exercise and see how to work out the problems. So here practice set 4.5. The first problem tells that which number should be subtracted from 12, 16, 21 so that the resultant numbers are in continued proportion. So they given three numbers there and they have asked you to find out what should be subtracted from each of the numbers so that the result after subtraction, the resultant numbers are in continued proportion. The numbers given are 12, 16 and 21. So they have asked to find out what number should be subtracted. So let the number to be subtracted be x. So you take the number to be subtracted as x, then what you get, the resultant numbers are 12 minus x, 16 minus x, 21 minus x. So this will be the resultant numbers. So they told that these resultant numbers are in continued proportion. So if they are in the continued proportion, what is the condition you will get? You have to write, since they are in continued proportion, when they are in continued proportion, the square of the middle term will be equal to the product of the first and the last term. You get 16 minus x whole square is equal to 12 minus x into 21 minus x. So you need to multiply it, square it, multiply it and find out what is the value of x, the number to be subtracted. So here This is in the form of a minus b whole square. Expand using the formula a minus b whole square. You get 256 minus 32x plus x square. A square minus 2ab plus b square. And the other side you have to do ordinary binomial multiplication. So first 12 into 21. 12 ones are 12. 12 twos are 24. 24 plus 1, 25. Then minus 12x minus 21x plus x square. First I have multiplied 12 into 21, 252. 12 into x minus 12x minus x into 21 minus 21x minus x into minus x is plus x square. So you get this as so plus x square on both the sides get cancelled. So here you are left with 256 minus 32x is equal to 252 minus 12 minus 21. So you get this as minus 33x. Now get all the terms to x terms to one side, numbers to the other side. So you will get when minus 33 goes to the other side, it becomes plus 33. So 33x minus 32x is equal to, take 256 to the other side, 252 minus 256. So you get x is equal to minus 4. So this is how you find out. So the number to be subtracted to make the resultant ratio to be in continued proportion is x is equal to minus 4. So this is how you have to find out the term to be in continued proportion. What should be the value of x? So this is how you have to find it out. The second problem, they have given if 28 minus x is the mean proportional of 23 minus x and 19 minus x, then find the value of x. So they are given it is a mean proportional. So what you have to do there is you have to take 28 minus x is given as a mean proportional. So 28 minus x whole square is equal to 28 minus x whole square is equal to 23 minus x into 19 minus x. So this you have to solve it and find out what, since they have given that this is the mean proportional. So mean proportional means you have to take square of that and you have to multiply the other two terms. Square this one using the formula a minus b whole square. Then the previous problem as I have done, multiply these two and find out what is the value of x. Now the third problem, three numbers are in continued proportion whose mean proportional is 12 and the sum of the remaining two terms is x is 26. Then find the numbers. So here what is given here is they have given that there are three numbers who are in continued proportion, and when they are in continued proportion they have told that the mean proportional is given as 12. Then you have to find, and they have given one more condition, that the sum of the remaining two terms is given as 26. You need to find out what is the value of find these numbers. So let us consider the three numbers as A, B, C. Three numbers are in continued proportion, so we are going to take the three numbers as A, B, C, which are in continued proportion. Since they are in continued proportion, you will get A upon B is equal to B upon C, or you get B square is equal to AC you will get. Now what is the next condition they have given? They have given that mean proportional is 12 they have given. Which is mean proportional here? B. So they have given that value of B is equal to 12 they have given. Then they have given sum of the remaining two numbers. Which are the other remaining two numbers? This one, that is A plus C is equal to 26. So these two conditions are given and they are given that they are in a continued proportion. You need to find out what is the, find these numbers A, B, C, all these three numbers you have to find out. Now we will substitute the value. You will get here 12 square is equal to we'll get the value of A from here. You'll get 26 minus C. So A is 26 minus C, and write C as it is. So you'll get this as 144 is equal to 26 C minus C square. Get all the terms to one side. You'll get 26 C square minus 26C plus 144 equal to 0. So you have got a quadratic equation here. You need to solve the quadratic equation and find out what are the values of C. 144 is 18 into 8. So you get this as C square minus 18C minus 8C plus 144 equal to 0. C is common, C minus 18, A is common, C minus 18 equal to 0. So you get C minus 18 into C minus 8 equal to, from this value of C is equal to, take 18 to the other side, plus 18, and C is equal to 8. So these are the two values of C you get. Now what you have to do to find the three numbers, B you know, C you have got, you need to find out the value of A. So substitute here and find out what is the value of A. So here A value will get two values, when C is equal to 18, when C is equal to 8. So A will be equal to 26 minus 18, or you get A is equal to 26 minus 8. So substitute both the values and find out what are the values of A. So you get 26 minus 8 is 18, then 26 minus, so you get the values as 8 and 18. So the three values are A is 8, B is 12, and C is 18. Then the second set will be 18, 12 and 8. So both the values you need to write when you write the final answer. Now you got the fifth and sixth problems are cancelled. You got only one more problem. Fourth one, if A plus B plus C into A minus B plus C is equal to A square plus B square plus C square, you have to show that A, B, C are in continued proportion. So to show that A, B, C are in continued proportion, you have to show that B square is equal to AC. For that you have to do the ordinary multiplication, cancel the terms. So this is given. This full thing is given. So simplify that one and show that it is equal to B square is equal to AC. So here multiply all the three terms by A, then multiply all the three terms by minus B, then multiply all the three terms by, so this is the given problem. So multiply it and remove the brackets and simplify it. So A into A is A square, A into B is AB plus AC. Now multiply by minus B, minus AB minus B square minus BC. Then multiply by C, you get plus CA plus CB plus C square. So that is equal to, other side you have got A square plus B square plus C square you have got. Now this is A square and both the sides get cancelled, C square and both the sides get cancelled, plus AB minus AB gets cancelled, plus BC minus BC gets cancelled. So what you are left with, AC, AC, that is 2AC you will get, is equal to, take this B to the other side. So when B goes to the other side, you will get B square plus B square. So you have got 2AB is equal to 2B square. Cancel 2 on both the sides. AC, AC, 2AC it is. So what you get, B square is equal to AC. When B square is equal to AC, you have got A, B, C are in continued proportion. So I'll explain once again what I have done here. This is given, this full thing is given. You have to show that A, B, C are in continued proportion. First multiply all the 3 terms by A, multiply all the 3 terms by minus B, multiply all the 3 by plus C. So you get A square plus A. So after opening the bracket, this is the term after multiplication I get. On the other side I have got A square, B square, C square, that I have written it as it is. I put equal sign and I have written it here. Same terms with same signs on the opposite sign can be cancelled. So A square here gets cancelled. C square and C square gets cancelled. Plus AB minus AB on the same side. Plus BC minus BC on the same side gets cancelled. So here AC plus AC is 2AC. And this B square I have taken to the other side. I'll get it as B square plus B square. So 2AC is equal to 2B square, cancel 2, you get B square is equal to AC. From the definition of continued proportion, if B square is equal to AC, A, B, C are in continued proportion. So that completes the exercise.